Maybe it's a good thing that there's a new king of Battle Royale type games. Maybe because of Fortnite's massive success, it's forcing the other pre-existing games who utilize this style of play to innovate and evolve. PUBG is floundering and just trying out new maps. Paladins rightfully gave up completely until they sort their shit out, and H1Z1, they just said fuck it, it's Auto Royale now. But there's one company and game in particular that could change the Battle Royale landscape, and damn it, they might be crazy enough to do it.
Peggy 18.
It would be hard to take any attention away from Fortnite Battle Royale right now as it continues to dominate not just that specific genre, but gaming in general. Just this week, their mobile game came out of invite mode and is now available for all iOS users, with this version of the game already so popular that the devs have added a reminder to the game that you shouldn't play it in class.
Stop!
Which, that's totally gonna work. And it's sure to dissuade any teenager looking to drop into Tilted during their history lessons. They've also got that editing mode coming out soon, and they continue to add new items to the game. Some say even girls are playing it now.
Now that last point is actually what might end up hurting them in the immediate future, because people online actually hate the guided missiles with a burning passion. Sure, they're avoidable and they only hit for enough damage to down you or take your shield away, but with the abundance of ammunition laying around for them, a team that has one guided missile launcher can sit there and troll all the other teams for the remainder of the match while the rest of their crew rushes in for the kill. It's, at the very least, super annoying. But, that's just a meta change. Just learn to beat it or do something, you idiot. You're the bad player.
Get good.
Get good, loser.
Now it looks like they're adding vending machines where you can turn in extra scrap for weapon upgrades. It seems like another thing that would be game breaking, but there's not too much information out there about what exactly you'll be getting and how many of these vending machines there will be. Also, it seems like they'd be a good spot to camp and get easy kills if you have the patience to wait for someone to use one. Still, no word on when the jetpacks will be added after they were teased a few weeks back, so it at least shows off how the devs have some restraint when it comes to randomly throwing in OP items that could make the game less fun for people who aren't lucky enough to find them.
But what if there were some competition in the space? No, we're not talking about PUBG or H1Z1 because those games are currently struggling to keep up with the insane rise in popularity of Fortnite. Now, by the way, for what it's worth, the Auto Royale mode in H1Z1 is a blast, and they should honestly just focus entirely on that because it's fun and it's different.
New maps, please.
But no, at this point, tacking on a BR mode to a huge title just seems like an act of desperation or an April Fool's joke, which was the case for games like Path of Exile and Rainbow Six Siege, who announced their own BR modes as a goof this past Sunday.
However, if anyone could actually pull it off using a pre-existing franchise, it would have to be Blizzard, aka the Disney of gaming. Or the DreamWorks of gaming, depending on whether you're looking at their animation styles or not.
Sure.
Anyway, they already made a damn good attempt at shoving their way into the MOBA category with HOTS, Heroes of the Storm, and that was mostly due to their large database of characters from the massively successful games of their past and their expanding roster of characters coming over from their Team Fortress killer Overwatch. But what if Overwatch had a Battle Royale mode? Yes, it sounds stupid just saying that, but in reality, it's a question that's been floating around internally at Blizzard for a while now.
Now, if this pisses you off, that's normal. Overwatch fans are pissed off nearly every week with the constant changes to the game with nerfs, buffs, new characters, and, that whole general toxicity that engulfs its player base. It's bad. But seriously, they've actually thought about doing it, and you know what? Like we said, it might just be crazy enough to work if they could figure out how to balance a game mode that doesn't exist while also struggling to balance their existing game mode. A big task. Now anyways, in an interview with manga fan blog Kotaku, Jeff Kaplan spoke about the desire to implement this mode, indicating that the Overwatch team has, quote, actively considered adding a Battle Royale mode, and also talked about the challenges that they would face in doing so, saying this.
A lot of times when I hear some of our fans pitch it, they're just like, oh, just put a card in the arcade one day, that's a Battle Royale mode. And I'm like, fuck, that would be awesome. But there's a lot of design and tech work to get us to that place and not just feel like a Me Too game.
I think he used
Probably
that
a better
term
way to say that.
a little bit without thinking about it. Yeah.
Now the article continues. He says that his team have spent many early morning team boba tea runs talking through exactly how to implement a Battle Royale mode. And at this point, they've identified the biggest stumbling blocks. He continued.
First and foremost, Overwatch is a game about heroes, and part of what makes the core loop work in a Battle Royale game is the search, the looting, and the fairness that everybody's sort of equal. Overwatch wasn't designed to be a 1v1. Every hero is not balanced against every other hero. I think there are also some technical challenges of large open game spaces.
Yeah.
Our primary engagement distance is usually around 15 to 40 meters. The Hanamura Dojo point B is 45 meters across. I don't think people realize how tiny it is. Part of what makes Fortnite and PUBG so awesome is that you can have these really long engagement distances. Building those systems and getting that many players, I think Battle Royale for Overwatch starts to get into new game territory.
New Blizzard game involving their entire roster of characters in Battle Royale mode confirmed?
Is it really? God!
I mean, sure, why not?
Yeah.
If they could take the concepts laid out in Heroes of the Storm and implement them in a Battle Royale setting, it could actually work.
It sounds fun to me.
Yeah, I mean, hell, Paladins, which itself is basically an Overwatch ripoff, even though they did it first, they tried out their Battle Royale mode, which consisted of characters with specific roles like tanking, healing, and DPS. Obviously, theirs didn't work at all, like really all that well.
Yeah.
But it's interesting enough of a concept that, if done correctly, it would actually be a new and exciting way for Battle Royale games to play out. Entirely team-based and rely on working together, because each character fills a specific role.
Yeah, you've done it again, Jeff. Ha! Bravo. There you go. But listen, maybe take a step back from developing a new Battle Royale game and just focus on keeping your Overwatch League pro players in check because, yep, you guessed it, another pro player is in hot water after doing some racist shit on their personal stream. Are you surprised, Elliot?
No, not at all.
Cool. Well, much like Yuri Gurel's offensive display in the World Series last year, where he did a little slant-eyed gesture at a Japanese player after hitting a home run off of him, Philadelphia Fusion player Josh Iko Corona, while talking about Korean players on his personal Twitch stream, said, "I'm Korean," and then pulled back his eyes to do the slant-eyed Asian gesture. And you're gonna love this part.
It's not even clever.
I know.
Anyway.
If you're gonna be racist, be clever about it.
Yeah. Oh, geez, look who's ruining our shoot. Shut the door. Anyway, this not-so-clever racist has since apologized on Twitter, and the team is currently working out punishment for him. His apology is unique in the fact that he sort of blames everyone else for misunderstanding why he would make slant eyes to the camera, basically saying that it was meant as a compliment, because the Korean players are so good. He wants to be like them.
Yeah.
Attempting positive racism is definitely a unique way to apologize, but with Major League Baseball players being outright suspended for the same actions, it will be interesting to see how the league handles this one. No, you guys don't get it. I'm slanting my eyes because that's what their eyes look like.
And it's because they're really, really good at the game. I want to be like them.
Yeah. I wonder if it's because their eyes are like better at shooters in the horizontal plane.
He should get surgery. He should go full bore on this apology and actually get surgery.
Yeah, remove my double eyelids.
There you
They're
go.
weighing me down.
Mm-hmm. That's the only way he can bounce back.
That's
from
the
this,
only true apology.
Yeah.
Is getting plastic surgery to make himself look Korean.
Yes.
And also learning fluent Korean.
He should also move to Korea.
Yes. That's the only. That's the
The
only
South
apology.
one. The South one, though.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
North not looking so bad right now. Kim Jong-un, he went to a K-pop show.
North Korea's like 50
probably- I
million
think
esports champions waiting for their opportunity.
Exactly.
He could really trailblaze there.
I think we're coming up with a lot of good ideas on how the team should address this little slip-up.
This is how you solve racism.
Yeah, exactly. Now,
And I will accept nothing less.
Exactly. The T.U.G.S standard is very high for apologies. But speaking of racism on stream, Ninja, currently the biggest consistent streamer on the Twitch platform, got a little too lost in the sauce on a recent stream and accidentally let the N-word slip. Whoops. Now, I forget exactly where he falls on our white streamers who will inevitably say the N-word bingo chart, but this was almost certainly going to happen someday.
I'm tired of predicting everything that happens.
Yeah.
Every time.
As another prediction, next up is Logan Paul, which, yeah, this whole thing will most likely happen to him within the first month of his foray into the streaming world, if he actually ever starts streaming, because he hasn't yet.
Well, I mean, he bought that big expensive computer. He's probably having trouble turning it on.
Yeah. It's tough. It's a tough thing
Xbox on.
It's
PC
not working.
on.
It's not working. Hey, somebody get this to work and also run OBS for me.
Oh, jeez. Now, to be fair, that N-word that Ninja uttered wasn't used in a derogatory manner. It didn't make use of the old hard R. He was simply rapping along to a song by Logic and forgot to censor himself, which would, I guess, make total sense if the song actually included that word in it, but it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
So, he basically forgot the words to a song, started just freestyling a bit. I don't know, what song would most likely be here in the lines I'm pretending to know?
Yeah.
The N-word, probably. And, it slipped out. Now, he quickly issued an apology on Twitter saying, "While I am confident that most of this is a misunderstanding, I recognize that it's my responsibility to never let there be this kind of a misunderstanding. More than anything, I hate that any of my friends, fans, or viewers might feel disrespected. It is my job, and hopefully I'm usually good at it, to make everyone feel welcome, valued, and safe to be themselves. So I apologize to anyone who might feel hurt, because I never want that. It's my stream, and it's on me to make this right. The best way I can explain it is that I promise that I understand how much pain that word causes, even if it gets used a lot in music and elsewhere. It's a word historically used to divide people, and I'm about bringing people together. I promise that there was no malintent. I wasn't even trying to say the word. I fumbled lyrics and got tongue-tied in the worst possible way.
I was a little tongue-tied, that's all.
Again, I apologize for offending anyone and appreciate you all rocking with me." I mean, not a bad apology, and
Pretty good apology.
yeah, I mean, there you go. One strike. One strike. If he does something fucked up like this five more times, I don't know, might need to reevaluate Ninja. Maybe reevaluate.
Ninja,
who
you
he chooses to watch.
have 5, maybe 10 more times to screw up before we all give up on you. Damn it.
Wait till someone tells him how good the players in Korea are.
Watch out.
I know what I have to do.
Not that
Don't do it, Ninja!
Not that his name isn't appropriating culture anyway, but you know, it's fine.
Yeah, why aren't you called Gladiator? Or Minuteman?
Yeah, Minuteman
Or
Patriot
or Marine.
Patriot. Anyways, it's time for some real gaming news. So here's some headlines for you. No Man's Sky is coming to Xbox.
Finally!
The
What?
Microsoft players
Wait.
will be able to play it.
Was it just PC this whole time? Or
No, it was PlayStation originally and PC and
That's Sony money.
Who's the guy in like the fucking mailroom at Microsoft who got assigned this? Like, guys, we need this port. All right.
I think it was an issue because they had an agreement with Sony to be a Sony exclusive title, and now that is done. Just happens to be when the game is actually finished and decent that it comes out for Xbox. But you know, that's neither here nor there. Whatever. It's coming to Xbox, so that's good.
It's some real 4D chess.
Yeah.
PUBG is launching a new map, and it's small. 1/4 the size of the other maps. And from watching a little bit of streams of it,
Yeah.
it looks a lot funner. They
Is it still 100 players?
yeah.
Wow.
And it is fast paced. You get in and you die very fast.
All right.
There is literally nowhere to land where you have any solitude.
Chaos mode.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll save the game.
That looks like a good time.
Niantic settled their Pokemon Go festival lawsuit for $1.5 million. So yeah, if you remember, they had the Pokemon Go event.
The Fire Fest of mobile games.
Yeah, in Chicago, and you know, they didn't plan correctly. There was no internet service. People spent hundreds, if not thousands of dollars flying there, getting hotel rooms, and trying their best to enjoy the festival, but yeah, it failed. Luckily, no one's going to jail for this, but they are going to be paying out a settlement to people that went there and actually lost money doing so. You have to prove that you were there by actually showing that they have the data of where you checked in location-wise, and you have to show your receipts and all this kind of stuff. But the people who really make out on this are the people that use the VPN to fake like they were there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Prove me wrong.
Middle of Earth Shadow of War is removing loot boxes.
Yeah.
Why did it even have them?
So the reason they're removing them is because they said that it actually, and truthfully, does take away from the game experience by just buying things when you could earn them.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there you go.
No shit.
Yeah. That's the new game plan, is you release a game with a ton of microtransactions, and then a few months later you're like, actually, we're taking them out. And everyone's like, woo! Woo! Cool!
I fucking hate this shit. Like, I started playing Fractured Butthole, the South Park game.
Yeah.
And even just like, there's a fucking bus stop in the city of South Park for you to access the DLCs. I'm like, just put this on the fucking main menu. Like, I get to this thing and I'm like, oh, what's this? I click on it, it's like, buy the DLCs. I know about the DLCs, but don't put them in the game.
It's also fucked up because they have vocally said how much they hate microtransactions and
yeah. Oh, also when you go into the costumes in front, I'm talking about a game that came out 6 months ago, but it's new to me, damn it.
Yeah.
You go into the
it comes out for the Switch this month, so I'm gonna get it.
Well, when you go into the costumes too, you have your costumes, and then like right below it is a whole fucking stack of costumes with a little like Ubisoft symbol next to them. I'm like, why are you showing me this?
You used your Ubi bucks?
No, absolutely not. On principle, I will not.
And final headline, I liked A Way Out, that game from Joseph Fares, who...
Fuck the Oscars!
Yeah, the guy who made quite an impression on everyone at the Game Awards. His game came out, and if you're looking for a co-op game, I really enjoyed it. But don't read anything about it because you'll get spoiled. But
go make a real life friend.
Yes.
Play a game together. Mm-hmm. It's like the old days.
Anyways, let's get Shibby in here to hopefully bring everyone down from their excitement for Far Cry 5 because people seem to like this game way too much. So obviously Shibby's gonna come in here and shit all over it, right, Shibs?
Thank you for that lovely introduction, Richard and Elliot. You two are a real national treasure with your dumps of current news events, insightful updates, and one of my favorite websites, Facebook. I give them all my information so they can keep it safe. And
who are you? Who is this man?
And whatever is happening in that lovely sunshine state of Florida. I digress. This week, instead of professing my love for the Nintendo Switch and other modern gaming consoles that are far superior to any personal computer, I plop my keister into my lazy boy to play a game set in my favorite state of the United States, Montana.
Why do you even have a connection to Montana?
Big sky country. Good old Western Americana. A state I love so much, I got married there in preparation for this game release.
And lost your virginity.
Yeah.
Don't tell my wife, as I will be beaten. This title is the first major release from Ubisoft in 2018. Oh boy, I'm excited to tell you, this turned me Ubi hard.
Gross.
That was a bit below the belt, I know, but we must understand that our primary demographic here is children. Dab. Richard, the trick here is to do a bunch of savage stuff, like dropping porcelain dining plates on the ground. Kids love it.
I'm very confused about this review already.
As you can tell, this week I'm reviewing a mature rated game. For you parents out there, sure, our president thinks video game violence has gone too far. But parents, this religious cult in Far Cry 5 needs to be slain. That's right, I said it. They manufacture, distribute, and use drugs. Look, I know, it's almost a miracle of Far Cry 5 to not get a more than mature rating for those major story beats, but it sends a positive message to its young players that drugs are bad. Now, Richard and Elliot, what does T.U.G.S always say?
I don't know, eat grass?
Say no to drugs.
Oh.
That message alone easily supersedes any less heinous crimes like torture, kidnapping, and murder present in Far Cry 5. Sans drug use, Far Cry 5 is the perfect game to mindlessly enjoy random encounters as you attempt to traverse the graphically beautiful terrain to your next objective. Indeed, once one of the best looking games and well optimized games I have played in 2018. Basic gameplay overview is you, as the player character, is a silent protagonist, much like the mute Destiny 2 Guardian. At times, I have loved to tip my cowboy hat at the nearest damsel or apologize to a cult member for striking them with a moving object. Sure. However, much like the entirety of Mass Effect Andromeda, it doesn't happen or matter. Let me tell you something, viewer. Being an ethical video game console guru, I often frequent other ethical video game sites. Oh boy, am I excited when I open my two homepages on Internet Explorer, IGN and Kotaku.
It's actually called Edge now?
Microsoft Edge, even better. Now these sites state Far Cry 5 does not have enough politics and never takes a stand on either end of the spectrum, thus docking points from the review score. Clearly, my two favorite websites miss Watch Dogs 2 and Ghost Recon Wildlands because those titles, two of my favorite games of all time, I'm excited, never take sides and just touch on those hot button topics. When I plop my tush deep into my couch, grab my wireless gaming controller with no latency issues ever, and pop open a Mike's Hard Lemonade, I don't want to think about them because I'm closed-minded in my own little safe space. I just want to play video games. All right. Well, lovely viewers, that's enough video game talk from me this week. I'm just too excited. Thank you, Ubisoft, for another gem. 10 out of 10.
Boo! Boo!
Get out of here. Where's Shane? Where's Shibby?
Let him out!
He's dead.
Alright, well, I guess corporate sellout Shibby is at it again. Who can you even trust anymore? Oh, I know. Random users on Amazon. Anyways, for this week's ethical review, we decided to check out reviews for the console version of Overwatch and found this one from a user named Lie to Me, who titled their review, Don't Buy. Violent children are the result. Here's what they had to say about Overwatch.
Parents, do not buy Overwatch for your children. 1, they become addicted to playing it and cannot stop. The game forces your child to continue playing because it assigns negative points if they quit. If the child wants to keep his score up, they cannot exit a game.
Forever.
2,
Forever. You have to play the game in never
they'll
stop.
never stop. They'll starve to death and poop their pants. 2, they are playing against other people on the internet and not the computer. Once they reach a certain level, they will complain about others playing with them or against them. Either the opposite team is hacking them because they get killed, or their teammates are not good enough to play with them.
Get good.
3, they will argue with you when you ask them to stop playing and eat dinner. They will continue to play for hours on end because they keep trying to get their score up. We are having to consider boarding school for our 14-year-old son. It has gotten so bad. If you want to raise a better person, do not purchase this game for them to play. 1 star.
There you go.
Moms do not approve.
Yeah, Overwatch, not mom approved. Not like that Kicks cereal.
Kid tested, mom rejected.
Mom rejected. I like the idea that you cannot progress in the game without playing it forever and
Yeah.
never stopping.
Yeah.
If you, this is a lie.
The kid told his mom. Yeah,
This kid lied to his
Kid,
mom.
I like his moxie.
Yeah. Wait, what do you say? Wait, you're telling me that this game will dock you points if you stop and come eat dinner?
But mom!
Just pause it. Mom, we can't multiplayer game. I hate the kids. They play the games on the internet. They can't stop and pause it. I remember when I was a kid, you could pause the games. We should bring back pausing. Anyways, follow us on Twitch. Elliot's currently burning through Fractured Asshole and Far Cry Blood Dragon, right?
Yeah, I beat that last night.
All right.
The ending is quite ridiculous. I loved it. You get to ride a dinosaur.
You can
Sorry.
spoil it. It's fine. The
Yeah, it
game's
came out a long
multiple
time
years
ago.
old. Yeah.
a good time.
Twitch.tv/ElliottETC. I beat Dark Souls. Thank you. I'm Twitch.tv/It'sRickyFTW. I also just beat A Way Out, so I don't know what I'm going to do with my time now. I mean, Shibby liked Far Cry. Maybe I'll play Far Cry. Anyways, this week on this channel and on the ETC Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/ETC_show, we're going to start Borderlands 2, baby.
Co-op.
Co-op time.
Just 4 boys with 4 guns.
Press and pause whenever we can. Anyways, watch this week's live show from the ETC channel where we had a lovely guest, Josh McCouga, on, who talked about his muscles and TV shows.
That's right, I think.
Yeah. And then last week's episode of T.U.G.S.
Yeah.
For a real review of Far Cry 5.
That's right.
From real salt of the earth people. Bye.